Today we are here with
Hey, this is MC Barber. Today I have a classic kid's haircut with a low taper and comb over. Here we have my model Ismail. He has a very long hair. He didn't get a haircut for about 2 months. As usually, we're gonna start with 1.5, and we're gonna remove the bulk. We're gonna keep this as a low fade. Even though I'm using 1.5, I'm really not cutting down to 1.5. This is mostly done as a free hand. So the length there is quite a lot longer than 1.5. Really, it starts from 1.5, but it really ends up to be pretty long towards the top. I like using 1.5 for bulk removal and the foundation of my hairstyle. The way the 1.5 is designed is slightly different. As you can see, the teeth are slightly longer. So it's a very nice blade for this technique. So we follow the same pattern all around. The other way to do this part is to use plastic guards and start from long, going all the way down to 1.5. You probably would start with number 6 and then 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and then 1.5 and 1 towards the bottom, because the bottom is going to be tapered anyway. But this is a lot quicker, and on the end, once you do 1.5, you use a straight edge razor or scissor to blend with the top. Here I'm using my edgers to clean up the hairline. In this haircut, we are not going to go too short on the sides. We're going to keep it almost at that length. I'm going to go slightly shorter in the sideburns area, and I'm going to taper the neck. Otherwise, it's going to remain almost at that length. Here now with my edgers, I'm starting the fade. Now I'm using my Wahl clippers with open blade. Now I'm using 1/8 of an inch with a closed blade, actually open blade. Now I'm using 1/16 of an inch. Obviously I'm working with my lever. I'm opening and closing the blade as needed. And same process is repeated on the sideburns area. However, I'm not going to go down to the skin. I'm just going to clean up on around the hairline, slightly shorter. And that's going to be it on that side. It is very simple haircut. So my first step was 1.5. Now this is 1 or 1/8 of an inch. And then removing the guards from your clipper and opening the lever, opening the blade, and that's about 1/16. But sometimes I rather use the 1/16 guard because the way it's designed. Now to connect the top with the sides, I'm going to use a sculpting technique with a straight edge razor. This razor doesn't have a guard, it's actually just a straight edge. This technique, if mastered, is really a beautiful technique for blending, as well thinning the hair. It depends on the angle of the razor whether you are blending or thinning or removing the bulk. It is very important that you learn how to properly use the razor so you do not make fish hooks, what they call, or really hole in the hair, that you do not take too much hair in one spot and less on the other spot. Soon I will have instructional videos on all of my razor techniques and my scissor techniques, and clipper and blow drying and styling techniques as well. They will be available on my website mcbarber.com. Here I chose to use blending shears or blending scissors, as you like to call them, instead of regular scissors, because I don't want to remove the length. I just want to remove some weight. This is another way you can use. This is another way you can remove the weight and keep the length. You could do that as well with a straight edge razor, but I've been using my razor so much I want to just demonstrate a different technique in this haircut. For the top, I'm actually going to keep the top pretty long. I don't want to take really almost any length, but to create some texture and some movement in the hair. When he styles it, he will have more movement. I will use my straight edge razor. We're going to put a side part in his haircut. The side part will be very thin. I'm just making it so that when he wants to part his hair, he knows where the part is. It really is not going to be thick part whatsoever. It's not going to be wide. It's going to be very thin. And we're going to blow dry his hair. As usually, you start from back and then work forward. Usually you take about 1-inch sections. When blow drying, it is very important to set the roots in the direction of the style that you like. Once the roots are set, the hairstyle will stay. Working with the air concentrated, it really helps you polish the hair, set the roots, and gives you that shine. I'm going to try to keep his hairline pretty natural. I'm not going to shape it up. I like to keep this haircut as natural, as classic as possible. And there it is. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. mcbarber.com is my website. Until next time, take care of yourselves.